I don't know, anybody an Elvis fan in here? One of the songs that was recorded was Only Believe. Only believe. All things are possible, only believe. In Elvis style, of course. Only believe. Only believe. All things are possible. Only believe. One of the original phrases in that song, as it was written, is all power in earth, all power above. So often we short ourselves on the all power in earth, all power here and now, but it is the truth. Just as there is all power in heaven, there is all power in earth. So that believing has the dark side, a dark side. The dark side of believing might be somebody take a shot at it. Belief and doubt. You got the first one. Who got that? All right, thank you, Rose. That's what we're going to talk about today. Belief and doubt. Do you remember the biblical story, the New Testament story about the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus and the gathering of somewhat confused band of disciples afterwards in an upper room? They were there and Jesus appeared to them. They were amazed. One of them wasn't there, however, that first time when they met together, and that was the disciple Thomas. From that we get doubting Thomas. Because Thomas, when he conferred with the others, said, unless I can see the nail prints in his hand, unless I can put my hand into his side where the spear pierced him, I'm not believing. And then they met again. And when they met, Jesus was there. Thomas was there. Jesus said, go ahead. Put your finger in these nail prints. Stick your hand in my side. Thomas said, Jesus, Lord, I believe. What's his response? And then Jesus went on to say something that I think is instructive for us today. Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have come to believe. Notice that, because we're going to dwell on it. That come to believe part. It's not an automatic process. Somehow you have a vision and then it's there. But those who have not seen with physical eyes work through the process of coming to believe. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's look at doubt first, because we want to dispense with that as quickly as possible. Oh, by the way, I decided not to do slides today. It was probably a good idea. Not working so well today. Blessings on Davey and on us here, because we're challenged in a new way. We're challenged to a different belief. Anyway, we'll get there. Doubt. I love definitions, as you know. And the definition of doubt is to be uncertain about, considered questionable or unlikely, and hesitate to believe. So I like to think that doubt is a precursor to belief. It's just that we have some hesitation getting there. So we all go through that doubt, but we don't have to stay stuck in that doubt. In Unity, we often look at the metaphysical meaning of words and of parts of Scripture, stories in Scripture. And one of the books we use is The Revealing Word by Charles Fillmore, one of our co-founders. And here's what Charles Fillmore has to say about the metaphysical meaning of doubt. Unsettled state of opinion concerning the reality of the truth of something. Doubt, he says, although I might not say this, is the Satan in every person. Doubt is the root of weakness, mental and physical. If men had faith in themselves, in the ability of spirit within them, they would become giants when they are but pygmies. Doubt is that quality, I even hate to call it quality, but it is that quality which keeps us from being what we need. It keeps us small. And it is just an uncertainty that is there with us. Doubt, that shadowy side of where we're going next, which is belief. Let me give you the definition of belief. Notice the contrast. Confidence in the truth or existence of something not immediately susceptible to rigorous proof. Belief doesn't require that I walk over and touch the blocks on that wall and say that's a block wall. Belief doesn't even require that I have my eyes open, my physical eyes. Something not proven is something I can believe. So if you're one of these, prove it to me and I'll take it. I suspect there may be a step beyond that we can go to. Let me give you that metaphysical meaning then that Charles Fillmore gave us in the Revealing Word. Belief is an inner acceptance of an idea as true. Belief is closely related to faith. Belief functions both consciously and subconsciously. Many false individual beliefs are very active on the conscious level, below the conscious level, and to erase those hidden or error beliefs, a program of denial is necessary. So if you have that desire that we talked about in our meditation, and then you kind of have the opposite of that desire not coming true, it could be because below the conscious level of thinking for you, that program has been running over and over again. Let's take an example. Let's take an example in terms of unity of basic. So we may have belief on a subconscious level that it's not possible for us to fill all the chairs in this building, to have the offering baskets full so that we have plenty and left over. On a subconscious level, that belief may be running again and again and again. But, as Charles Fillmore tells us, there is a truth sometimes beneath that, and we have to displace that, disallow that. And so we do that with a denial. We give no power to the idea that we can't fill these chairs. We give no power to the idea that we don't have more than we need in terms of capability to sustain ourselves and to give out to others. We are prosperous. We give no power to the idea that lack is our nature, that not having enough is where we usually are, but that our absolute abundance, because we know, on some level, we know that the truth within is that the goodness of the divine that is within us is absolutely limitless. We may know that only in a small percentage, but we know that. Seeing, as we have said, requires inner eyes more than it does physical eyes. It requires the ability to look at the consciousness that we have and say, I can choose a different consciousness. And if I choose that consciousness, all things are possible. I want to tell you a story. Cliff Young was a cowpoke in Australia. He had a kind of not too glorious job. He worked in a ranch that was about the size of Rhode Island. Big territory. The size of one of our states. And his job was, after a thunderstorm that frightened the cattle, his job was to go and get those cattle all back home. He did it a little bit differently. He actually walked or ran that entire vast area and returned those cattle to home. He actually ran. There he is in his farmer duds doing it. Well, in 1983, a group of people that were very excited about ultra running, races, big long ones, marathons plus, decided to start a race called, well, I don't know what it's called, but it was from Melbourne to Sydney, almost 550 miles. So the race was going to take the talents of these ultra fit runners and see who could best that territory, the heat, the cold, all of the things, and arrive first at the finish line, 550 miles. So Young decided that he would, well, he'd never been competitive, but he decided he would enter the race. And he did. And on the day of the start, he turned up in his overalls and his work boots. He said, here I am, ready to go. Well, he got a few laps. And the race began. The runners were off. Well, it wasn't long before Cliff was quite a bit behind the pack. But see, Cliff had this funny thing going for him. He believed he could finish the race. So he just proceeded. Well, the way to run those ultra races at that point was to run most of the day and then take 6 hours for sleep. And so the pack chose their times and places and took their 6 hours of sleep. But Cliff also had this ability to believe that he'd get plenty of sleep after the race was done and that he didn't need to sleep. Now, he had this funny thing. He kind of didn't run. It kind of was like he was cross-country skiing. And boy, that gets him smiles and smirks. But halfway through the night, he was in the lead of the race on that first night. And they thought, well, this old fellow. Oh, by the way, Cliff was 61 years old. They almost didn't let him participate because they thought, for his own benefit and health, we don't want to overdo it. Cliff continued and continued and didn't drop out like everybody expected him to, and finished 10 hours in advance of every other runner in the race. Why? Cliff banked on his past experience, but he believed that he could do this. Something inside of him, a desire, said, I'm going to do this. I'm not an experienced runner, but I'm going to do this. In my overalls and my work boots, I'm going to run this race. And I'm going to finish it. And what's more, I believe that I don't really need the sleep that everybody else thinks they need. I'll be able to run and I'll sleep when I get done. Well, it's an interesting fact that Cliff did a couple of things. Held his belief firmly. Didn't care probably what his family, what any of the running world, what any of the newspapers had to say about him. But he just had this belief. And he let that belief that came from within him come to the fore. He based it on his experience. He based it on just just a certain knowingness, which he could let grow large in him. And so, in fact, one lives. This is what I think belief is all about. Knowing that desire that's deep within you, allowing it to flourish. And sometimes it is allowing instead of making it flourish. Allowing it to flourish. Culturing it. Feeding it. Now what I'd like to do is do a little exercise. You probably noticed a little sheet of paper. I'd like us to get a chance at trying out how all things may be possible. But let's not jump up right with Cliff right away. He had a lot of experience and he was at the zenith of his belief abilities. Let's think of something that just seems unlikely. So take a moment, everyone, and think of something that you have a desire for, but you think is unlikely in your life. Something come to mind? You got it? So I say this is something you're called to believe. It's unlikely, but there's something there that's just tugging on you. So if you can find a pencil or a pen, is there anybody that doesn't have access? Well, I got one in my pocket. No, I need that. I'm doing this. I need this lesson today. I'm speaking this way because I need this lesson today. And I want to share with you in this. But I'd like us to go through this because I believe the truth is there. What am I being called to believe? Anybody not have a pen at all? There's some pencils in the chairs. Rosanna, anybody who doesn't have one and would like one, just raise a hand. Everybody? Everybody okay?
Everybody okay?
Okay. Good. I don't want you to. You're not going to finish this here. This is something you're going to take home. This is an ongoing assignment. Put down just a couple words that describe what your ongoing belief is. I'm putting it down for myself. Now, if it's tugging on you, there's probably a certain percentage of belief you have in this. You have a little belief. Remember the scripture where the man wanted to ask Jesus to heal his son, and Jesus asked him, "Do you believe?" He said, "Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief." I suspect he had 10% belief, and 90 had yet to be filled. What percentage of this thing that's unlikely in your life do you have? What kind of belief do you have? Put down that percentage. That's an easy, quick answer. The next one is a little tough. The opposite side of that burgeoning belief for you is the doubt. So you have some doubt about it. If you think it's unlikely, there's some doubt that you have. What are you going to do to disallow that doubt? You may not get this here now, but I want you to work with that question during the week. What are you doing to disallow that doubt? I suspect that not entertaining it very much might be a big thing to do. Not spending a lot of time with the doubt would be a good thing to do. Actually proclaiming that it has no power over you might be a good thing to do. And you know, you're connected to the source of power, so that's true. How will you disallow the doubt? Now, let's get on to this one. What I'm hoping is that you'll take this home and daily you will do something to build that belief, because we're not only allowing it as that allowing faith flows our way, we're building that belief. We're going from 10% to 15 to 20. We're building the belief. And I'm going to suggest a couple of ways that you might build that belief. I suspect that you believed some things in the past and it surprised you they've come to be. So you have a positive example somewhere in your history, and I'm going to just share mine. I wrote a book. You know, I have to tell you that right now I probably don't have the discipline to write a book. But in my past I wrote a book. It's not a bad book. Sold 100 copies, I think. But it was an urging, a calling within me, a desire that became manifest. And I allowed that to happen. So I go back to this book as one evidence of how what's unlikely may be possible. So you may review something that's in your past. You may visualize it clearly as we did in our meditation. You may actually claim it. You may do that out loud. Claim that unlikely thing, that desire. You're not sure about that. You only have a small measure of belief. Or you may, in fact, put together an affirmation. Don't do this just because it's something that pops into your head. Do it for something that comes out of your heart. Something that's really tugging on your heart. So, at the end of the week, I want you to come back and say, what's my new level? I want you to look at your percentages again and find out what's your new level of belief. And then here's what I'd like to do. We didn't have many today. We didn't have many gratitudes today. Sometimes we have more, sometimes we had less. But I'm going to suggest that next week you come prepared with a gratitude that shows how what is unlikely has moved from X percent of belief to X plus percent of belief. I suspect if you follow some of these things we've been talking about, you know that belief can be built, and that you will be that ever much more closely situated with regard to actually seeing that with physical eyes. It's work. It doesn't happen without some giving of yourself to them. It's absolutely work. In the words of that song, only believe. Only believe. All things are possible. Let's start with the unlikely, but all things are possible. Only believe. And so it is.